Hello, how's everybody doing? I'm back again. This is GVG. I'm here with my Glock 23 that I'm about to tear down and explain some of the changes I made on it and some of the modifications that are soon to come. Yeah, this is it. Let me make sure I let you know that it's clear. No ammo. Clear it out. Alright. Now, it's a Glock 23, excuse me. Gen 3. Just basically, yeah, great gun. Changed the sights on it. Put some alright sights on there. I still gotta do a little bit more work on the sights. This front sight is a bit wobbly. It's just got a little play to it. The rest, just like my Glock 43, I put basically Tyrant. I don't know if they call it Industries or Tyrant Tactical, but it's a company called Tyrant. I basically ordered the slide back plate, the slide release, the mag release, the slide release, the mag release, mag well, flared mag well, make it look real nice. Trigger. I gotta look up these triggers because I got both triggers. I couldn't think of the trigger, the company name for the trigger on the 43, but it's the same company. They make pretty good triggers. Yeah, and this cheap light. I got to get a new light. I only really put it on here because it's matchy with the red strip around the light and everything. And I also put these grips on here. It's not Talon grips, but I couldn't find red Talon grips, and I basically wanted to go with a whole black and red theme with this guy. So yeah, that's what it is. Oh, and this little spider thing I got right there. Yeah, little, make it easier to rack the slide even if your hand is moist or, whatever. You can still get a good grip on that thing, and Well, yeah, that's about all I did to it. Yep, I'm just, I'm gonna put a new light on here, and I'm gonna go with some, gonna get me an Alien Gear holster for it, and also a clip holster. Oh, that's another thing. The clip, I got the extended, the three round extended mag clip base plate for it. Yeah, and this is Tyrant Tactical, I guess. Tyrant base plate. I got the flush mag, this whole 10. Tyrant as well. It goes flush, This one protrudes a little bit. Yep, it's nice. Handle on there. Yep. Yeah, she's good. Mrs. from the Glock. Don't get me the line, man. I don't know. I forgot, but I know it's a little longer than the regular Glock 23 mags. But that's that. This one isn't Tyrant base plate, but I put it on there before I had the Tyrant stuff, so I'll just leave that one like that because all I really carry is 2 mags on me. I'll have this one in there in the holster, and then this one will be in my mag holster, so if I need extra 10 rounds, I got them at my disposal. Yep, so let me start this thing out. Glock takedowns are fairly simple. Pull back a little bit, hold the takedown lever, let it go, squeeze the trigger, just like that. I was gonna get a different guide rod for it too. This is the original guide rod that it came with. I bought this one used from a gun shop that I always go to, and it was a police officer's. It's a used police officer's Glock, and you know, I put about, I want to say about 600 rounds to this thing already, and never had a problem with it. Always reliable. Might be less reliable now that I've changed some parts. For some reason, last time I was at the range, my slide catch will raise up on me a bit. Sometimes after about 2-3 shots, it'll catch. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this off and do a little bit of work, bend that retention string a bit, see if I can get it to stay down. Yeah. I'm not going to take it all the way apart. I'm not going to take the firing pin out or anything. I just want to give it a quick clean, talk about it a little bit. Yeah, but standard Glock. I really like it a lot. I wanna make it look real nice and then carry it around. I like customized stuff, so yeah, I wanna do whatever I can with this thing, make it look real nice, make it look real, snappy or whatever, and then I'll start carrying it the way I carry it. Only thing I don't like about carrying custom guns is, if you do have to use it for self-defense, in a self-defense situation, they have an argument of saying that you did all of this customizing because you wanted to, you intended to use deadly force with it. And that's not the case. I do it because it makes it look nice. A Glock is a Glock. Yeah, they work great. But sometimes you just want to customize a thing to fit you, to fit your personality, or however you want it to represent you. When you pull it out at the range and everybody eyes wide, like, whoa, what the hell is that? You know what I mean? I could say, hey, I did all this, little exterior work to it. I really try not to mess with the internals too much because they work fine just the way they are. Yeah, so I don't want to mess with the action. Anything involving the action, I don't want to mess with. As of yet, I plan on doing it one day down the line. But as of right now, I'm not going to mess with the internals. I want to get exterior looking good, and then maybe I can, look through a few videos and take a couple tips and tricks from people and mess with the trigger pull weight. Probably drop a Ghost Industries or Ghost Inc. Hammer bar in there, and really dial it in a bit more. Other than that, yeah. So, now, taking out the internals is fairly simple. Right here, put your rod there, tap, tap, tap. Pin comes out that side. You don't see it because it got caught right there, see? Alright. Do the same thing in the back. Well, you know what? I'm not going to do the back. It's 3 pins. It's the one I just hit out that holds this main component down. That holds in basically your trigger and your trigger, your takedown bar. Yeah, that's what that does. And there's another pin right here that actually holds your trigger in place. I may have to take that out because I have to get to this. Slide release. Let me see. Yeah, I may have to take that out. No big deal. Alright. You don't want to apply too much pressure. It shouldn't take that much pressure to you shouldn't have to tap it too hard to get it out. If you do have to tap it a little bit, it's because the slide catch or the slide release holds on to that pin. The pin has a groove on it that it holds on to, and it basically locks the trigger in with the slide release, and it goes straight through the frame to the other side. So it holds all of that in, including this this block right here that holds on your takedown lever. So it's very important that it's there, but sometimes it becomes a pain in the butt to try to take apart. I don't want to do too much hammering on it. Okay, quick trick you do is push down, apply pressure down onto the slide release, so the tension on this pin won't be as, it's kind of tricky. Hold on. Alright, maybe it worked from this side. You know what, sometimes you can just take it in. Once you get the pressure off of it. Let's try this side. Okay. Oh, this thing want to be a prick today. Don't want to come out for me. Yep, that's perfect. That's a good size. I want to let you guys see me actually get this pin out, so I'm trying not to cover it up completely, but it's kind of hard not to when you're trying to. There it is. Okay, what I did was I rest the slide catch up against my my takedown block, and I just applied pressure, took my pin, my pin punch, and just applied pressure to the pin, and there it is right there, right on the other side. And I'm gonna do it again to get it to come out all the way. There we go. Alright, see the little, I don't know if you can see that from there. There's little grooves right down there. Let me see if I can. Yeah. See, those grooves are where, whichever way you put it back in, the slide catch goes on those grooves. So you have to apply pressure onto the slide catch in order to get this pin out. It's a pain in the butt. It's easy once you get used to it though. It's just for me, I'm not used to really doing the whole takedown thing on video. I'm still getting used to it, so you gotta bear with me, guys. I'm new to this thing. All right. This is one of the main parts of the gun. It's basically, it holds everything together. It holds the trigger in place, it holds the slide release in place, It also hold down your takedown bar. It holds it in place. I mean, it's still in place, but you know what I mean. This is one of the key elements to a Glock gun. This little puppy right here. I mean, besides the action, which is all back here basically, and this little bar that goes up here that works with your trigger. Yeah, but man, you know, I really like the Glock trigger, and the Glock trigger was cool, but I don't know, this custom trigger not only does it look real nice, but it also feels better. It makes your trigger pull just a little bit smoother. You know what I mean? Because I didn't change it in any of the internals. Basically, all I did was just take the original factory trigger bar, or the action bar, you know, trigger bar, and take the trigger off, take the original Glock trigger off, and put this one on. Screwed it in, put some Loctite on there to make sure, you know, don't unscrew on me with excessive firing or whatever. Put some Loctite on it, and yeah, it's smooth. I like the triggers. It's beautiful. Like I said, I just last week I went to the range with this thing, put a whole lot of rounds through it, about 3 or 4 boxes worth of rounds through it. Yeah, so just to see how it was working, and you know, if it's doing what it's supposed to do. And it did do what it was supposed to do. The thing that didn't do what it was supposed to do is this. This didn't do what it was supposed to do. See, this thing for some reason is just not, it's not consistently holding it down. You know, after a while of me firing 2-3 rounds, it'll jump up. You know, and it does that. What I do to mitigate that, what I did before, is bend this bar slightly. You don't want to have it in the way of anything, but you just want to make sure that you know, bend it outward. Sorry about that. You have to bend it outward, so this way it'll have some more tension when it holds in between those 2 bars. And those 2 bars is over top of it. You want it to have proper tension, so it'll hold it down, and it'll only activate when it has to activate, which is when either the mag right here hits this part. It's supposed to push it up so it can lock the slide back to let you know, hey, you're out of bullets, you got to put a new mag in there. Or when you manually activate it, push it up and lock the slide back. Yeah, this is it. Yep. Alright. I bent it out a little bit more. Now I want to see exactly how this thing is gonna play well. So later on today, I may be going to the range to test it out, see if I solved the problem that I was having with that. And if I did, I could start working on new things with it, because these sights, like I said, these are not the best sights. I just got them because, once again, they matchy. They red. The theme of the gun is black and red. The sights are black and red. But you know what? I'm just gonna say screw the theme and just throw some Ameriglow sights on there, because I don't even like how, I don't know if you can see it, but it protrudes a bit, and I had to screw it in right there and throw some Loctite on it to get this to stay in place. So I don't want that. I don't like that. I like a flush fitting sights. I don't like when it protrudes. There you go. You can see it perfectly right there, how it protrudes. You can see my tools on the other side of this slide. I don't like that. And this spot up here kind of wobbles a little bit. You can see it perfectly from right there. It wobbles a little bit. I tried getting in there, screwing that thing down, and it just, nothing worked. I tried even, I don't want to really put no Loctite on that, because I'm not going to keep it. And I'm glad I didn't, because it would be a pain in the ass to try to get off again. So I'm just going to take this whole sight setup I got, front and rear. I'm just going to replace them all with some Ameriglo sights that I really like. It's a little better. No, not a little better. A lot better. A lot better than these sights. Yeah, and that's about all. I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not really gonna take out the firing pin or anything. I'm just gonna give it a quick scrub down cleaning, so it'll be ready for when I go to the range. Go to the range tomorrow. Get these mags out the way. Just wanted to get everything in the frame. Uh-oh. Time to use that Real Avid. That new kit I got from Real Avid. See, I'm utilizing the Real Avid smart handgun mat, you know what I mean? To really see what this thing is about. See if I really like how it, I mean, it's a cleaning rod, but let me see if I, like using it. It's the simple things in life I get joy off of. I like doing this, so why not make a video while I do it? Let you guys enjoy it too, because it's people out there that enjoy this like me. It's 45. I like how they got the caliber that the brush is for right on the rod right there. This is 40. That's a 40. It's a go. Alright. It's nice already. I like it already. Because this spins freely. This spins freely. And this spins, freely, of course. So yeah, I like it. This is nice. This is real nice. This is going to be the kit that I take with me to the range. Because I really prefer to clean my guns at the range. This way it's already done. When I get home, I could pretty much just lock them back up and call it a day. Do what I gotta do. These bristles are a pain in the ass when you get stuck in the finger with them. Oh my God. You guys that clean your weapons and you take care of your stuff, you know what I'm talking about. Them bristles are a pain in the ass when you grab them or something. You chew, you oh, that shit. Excuse my language, but that it don't hurt. It just smarts. It's like what the? It's a pain in the ass. It's like trying to pet a porcupine. You know what I mean? My bad. I just hit my camera stand. My bad. My phone stand basically, because I record on my phone and post everything. Might as well utilize that camera. I don't really. I don't use it too much. If I gotta get photos taken, I do that. Somewhere else. Have a photographer do the photos. Let's see. Hit it with that ballast. Oh yeah, another thing I wanted to mention too. Guys, check out Maj Toure channel, Black Guns Matter. He was dropping science early. He got a 40-minute video that he was talking about critical race theory. And I mean, it was deep. It was a powerful video. I think, you know, a lot of people should look at it. You know, I don't I don't really get into the political thing or whatever, because whether you're left or right, you know what I mean. It don't matter. We all, at the end of the day, we all human. You know what I mean. We all human beings. But I love the way he broke down critical race theory, and I think you would enjoy it too. So check out Maj Toure. Black Guns Matter. Um, and also, if you're gonna be dealing with this stuff, you know, with the guns and everything, get trained. I know it's a lot of new gun owners out there. Um, you know, it's a great thing that, you know, you want to take your self defense in your own hands. You know what I mean? It's great to be able to call the police and have them come through and, you know, protect you. But at the same time, the real first responder is you in any situation, because the cops aren't there when it goes down. You know what I mean? When everything kicks off, the cops aren't there. Sometimes you may get lucky and a cop might see something going on and he come over there and help you out. But most times that's not the case. You know, you got to be in charge of taking care of you and your loved one and making sure that everybody makes it home safe at the end of the day. You know, not that we want to just go out looking for trouble or anything, but things happen, man. You don't get to choose when something's bad going to happen. The bad guys do. They always got the upper hand because they choose, hey, I'm going to do this right here and now. You're minding your business, walking down the street, or you're minding your business in your home, and here comes somebody breaking in, or here comes somebody trying to hit you over the head or stick you up at gunpoint. And it's really up to you if you want to, you know, have a person have that type of control over you. You know what I mean? Because if somebody's sticking you up, they have the control. They can choose to take your life. They could choose to spare your life. And it's not control that I want somebody to have over me, my children, or any of my loved ones. So get properly trained. Because a lot of times in these situations, we figure, you know, oh, we got a gun and we just could, you know, pull out our gun and, you know, they'll stop, or, you know, we could shoot and stuff like that. But these situations happen, man, and it happens so quick that if you don't build up a certain muscle memory to actually, you know, shooting. I just cleaned the guide rod. I already cleaned the barrel. Yeah, if you don't build up a certain type of muscle memory to the steps that it takes to you know, get your weapon out the holster, get on target. Maybe you don't have time to get exactly on target. You might have to come out the holster and hip fire a shot or two, and then get on target. You know what I mean? Somebody's up close and they're rushing you. You know, when you take that gun out that holster, you don't have time to really, you know, stretch out and aim, you know, and get your grip perfect. You know, you got to pull that thing out, go straight to work, you know, put a shot or two in him, and then get on target and really, you know, secure your area and make sure there's no other, you know, his friends not coming after you or anything like that. Because a lot of bad people, they do things in pairs. They want 2-3 guys come through and they try and get you or whatever. Sometimes you got to fight those guys off too. Most people, once they see you, you know, flexing your your handgun skills on their buddy, they run. They don't want to stick around for that. So yeah, just get trained. Me personally, I look at a lot of carry trainer on YouTube. It don't cost you anything but some time, and you probably, you know, not doing much anyway at the time you're watching it. So it's like, you can put it on your TV. You can just have it playing. Listen to the podcast. Some good information about training and about handguns or rifles or anything in particular. And they also tell you how to. He also on his show he got guys that show you about how to properly use first aid, things like tourniquets. It's very important because sometimes if you defending your life or defending your loved one's life, you might get shot or your loved one might get shot in you trying to defend them. So you have to know how to apply tourniquets. You have to know some type of first aid. So this way, you can stop the bleeding and make sure they live to make it home as well. You got to know how to. I watched a video today. He basically was talking about how when something happened, make sure you can describe yourself. Make sure you know how to deal with the police, how to let them know, hey, I'm the good guy, this and that. You can describe yourself while you're on the phone with the 911 dispatch, and you can let them know, hey, I'm wearing this, and this. My gun is holstered now, and when the cops get there, you have your hands up and let them know, hey, I'm the good guy. Explain yourself, your hair color, your eye color, what type of clothes you're wearing to the 911 dispatch, because they're going to relay that to the cops that's coming to the scene. And you want to really differentiate yourself from the person that was actually trying to commit a crime against you. So, yeah, he was talking about that and how basically the purpose for these tools are to preserve life, the life of your loved ones and things like that, and not have anybody, come along and, for a couple of bucks or just, any material item that you have to take your life. The main goal is to make it home at the end of the day. That's what we all want to do. We just want to make it home. Want to see our kids, want to see our wives, want to see our girlfriends or whoever you got, our boyfriends, whoever you're dealing with, you know what I mean? You want to see them again. You don't want to see them get hurt. You don't want to get hurt yourself. So it's good to be properly trained. So check out Carry Trainer whenever you can. Got great videos, great training videos. One day I'm gonna get with them and actually go in person and get trained and everything. Hopefully, that's one of my goals. I want to do the in-person training with Mickey and with Z and all the rest of the guys that's over there. Another thing, please lock your handguns up. If you're not carrying it on your person, lock it up. I hear about these things in the news, kids shooting themselves and dying because a parent or guardian or whoever, they neglected to lock the handguns up. If you don't got a gun safe, go buy a simple gun lock. It's $10. $10. Make sure that that your kids don't accidentally shoot themselves or somebody else, a sibling or whatever. It's worth it all day. So lock them up. You know what I mean? I know you want to always be ready, but you have to lock them up, especially when you got kids around. And another aspect of that is teach your kids about firearms. Let them know it's not a toy. This is what we use for bad guys. If there's a problem where somebody's trying to hurt you or hurt mommy or hurt me, or somebody comes in our house unauthorized, we can make sure that that person doesn't do any harm to us. It's of course, yeah, you could protect your car, you can protect your material things, your TV, your stereo, and whatnot. But really, it's to make sure no one loses their life. You don't want to lose your life. Me personally, if I have to shoot somebody, I don't even want them to lose their life. It'll be unfortunate and it'll be on them if they did lose their life. But at the same time, you just don't want it to happen. You don't want it to happen at all. You know what I mean? It's a sad thing. The only thing that I'll really kill, it'll be an ethical kill. If I'm doing it intentionally, it'll be an ethical kill while I'm hunting. Things like that. There's nothing wrong with that, because you're gonna eat that at the end of the day. You're gonna eat that. You're gonna nourish yourself. You're gonna give some of that meat to your loved ones, and they're gonna get nourished from it. So it's a good thing when you're going hunting. And you gotta kill an animal that you're gonna eat. You thank the creator for this bounty and everything, and that's one thing. But to take a life, the gravity of that, like, it weighs heavy on you, and it's a lot of people really think they can handle those type of things, but it doesn't stop at just shooting them, because now you got to go to court, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to plead your case, that it was self-defense. You got to deal with people trying to say that your red and black gun isn't a death machine that you built. You know what I mean? Speaking of that, another good group to get with as far as ensuring that you have some type of legal backing when you have to do something involving self-defense, not just firearms. It could be hand-to-hand. You may have to pepper spray somebody, and that somebody might want to sue you or something. USCCA, they're they're good for all types of informations on the do's and do nots in your state, reciprocity for your license to carry, what type of force is lethal in whatever state you're in. On the app, it has all of that. They send you magazines. You get a magazine a month, basically. Nice gun magazine. USCCA is really not that expensive, and is worth it, because having to get an attorney, at the time of a self-defense shooting can be really expensive, man. But with the USCCA, it's basically all covered. You know what I mean? As soon as it happens, it's like, all right, you call them up, you get a card. On that card, it tells you exactly how to deal with the officers that's coming to the scene. Call them up. They'll have an attorney come to you and make sure that you're not, that you're getting due process, that you're getting, you might not even get no time. You know how sometimes you got to sit in that cell for a day or two. Sometimes when you have a self-defense shooting, they take your gun and they want to keep it and book it for evidence and things like that. They'll make sure that you don't have to go through all that. Of course, if you're justified in taking the course of actions that you had to take, if you're justified in doing what you had to do, they're gonna make sure that you don't get rung through the ringer with a bunch of legalese and legal fees or whatever. So USCCA, I highly recommend them. Great company. You could call them for advice. If you need advice with certain things, you call them for that. They're always available. They're always willing to answer the phone and give you whatever type of advice they can give you to help you out. Now I'm going to try to put this thing back together, man. this is a bit tedious as well. I'm trying to look around the camera so I could really... Did I just drop my pen? I just dropped my pen. Okay, I got it. Whew. Alright. Down in there. Down under. Like I'm Australian or some shit. Alright. See, I'm new to this, man. I gotta look into the camera and try to do this all at the same time. This is very tedious. It's very tedious stuff. I'm trying to make sure you guys see it. And I definitely got to make sure I see it. Alright, I like how that's looking right there. I just got to get this. Drop it in. Let's see. I say drop it in. Did it go in all the way? Let's see. Alright. Okay. Alright, that time I seen it go on top. That's what I was looking for. I just wanted to make sure that that thing went where it was supposed to go, because I do not want to have to take this thing apart again. It is a bitch at times. Alright. I'm going to get that back in there just the same way I took it out. I'm going to lay this on this block. Right there. Give it a whack. There it is. Just like that. Now see, when I gave it the extra push, I don't know if you heard that click, but that click was this basically locking in. Yeah, if this thing doesn't act right the way it's supposed to, I may just have to go back to using my my factory Glock. That's why you always keep your factory parts, because I may have to switch this back to the factory Glock mag release. I mean, not mag release, slide release. If it doesn't act the way it did. I just slid that pen back in there too. I didn't say anything, but that's what I was doing. Alright. That back. Seem a little bit snappier, so it might have just fixed my problem. 'Cause this is a bit snappier now, so yeah, I can feel a little bit more force. I want to make sure that this is over, all the way over. Yeah. Might have just fixed it. 2 boxes of bullets to tell me if I did get it correct or not. Alright. Back in. Whew. Almost 45 minutes on this video. Golly. I think this is my longest video. Besides that game I did. I played a live stream Outriders on Google Stadia. That was about an hour video. So this will be my second longest video. Trying to get a hang of this, man. I'm telling you. Alright. Now I put the barrel back in the slide. I put my guide rad you know, I rest it up. You got to rest it up against the barrel. Right here is a groove for it to sit in. I just take this slide, line it up. It functions. Yeah. That's it. That's it. Got it all back together. Now I just gotta, like I said, put a box or two of bullets through it to make sure everything's working correctly. And I'll be back with this piece when I get my Mariglo sights. I'll be switching them out. I'm gonna do it on camera so you guys could, you know, see the whole process. Hopefully I'll have my new Real Avid front and rear sight. It's a tool that you sit on the bench, and you know, you could push and adjust the rear sights and the front sights with it. So hopefully I'll have that by the time I get my sights, so that way I could do it all. I could do a tutorial on how to use the Real Avid sight adjuster or sight remover, and you know, make a video at the same time, make a day of it. Alright guys, that was GVG. About to sign off. Please guys, like, share, subscribe to my videos. Also, I'd like to shout out my son's channel, the Beetle Squad, where he's playing Fortnite and doing other little crazy stuff all on his videos. So yeah, thank you for watching. Have a good day.